This is the Endurancelife Classic Quarter in May of 2024. Around 71 kilometres along the southwest coastal path in Cornwall, England. 300 people started running at the southern tip of England at Lizard Point and make the hilly journey west to finish at Land's End, the most westerly point of England. The southwest coastal path is narrow and that made the first few miles quite busy. But we had a gorgeous sunrise behind us, and that electric energy that you tend to get at the start of races crackled in the air. And today I'm running with my good friend and running husband. Are you happy with that title? Running husband, Ben. This is the very start of the course. Got some bottlenecks, hilly bits. And a beautiful day. Right, so I'm with my local expert here. Ben's run this race how many times?
This will be number 5.
So, real expert of the course. And we're about 5k in, I think, maybe? No, not about 5k in. And we're here at this beautiful little sort of, what is this, a cove of some kind?
Yeah, a little cove. So we're kind of on the outskirts of Finance Cove.
So as you'd expect from any race on the southwest coast of the park, it's just up and down and up and down, which is to be expected. And it's good fun. In the early miles it is anyway. I think later on we'll be sick of it, but lovely views. Beautiful weather so far. It might be rainy a little bit later, but enjoy this weather while we have it. Lovely little rocky outcrops everywhere and rocky bits and cliffs. I think the whole race is pretty much like that until we get to Penzance, isn't it? Was that a thumbs up? Yeah. Alright, cool. Very enjoyable running for the most part. There are more flat sections than what I feared. But feeling very nice. I mean, it's very early, we haven't even got to the first checkpoint yet. Still quite bunched up. There are a few bottlenecks at some of the uphills, but you know, it's good to go slow on the uphills. In 2018, Ben ran the entire 630-mile length of the southwest coastal path in around 22 days. As a route, it completely dwarfs this race, and indeed any race I've ever done, by a huge amount.
It's fun doing this race again, and you know, when you get the Strava, you know, leaderboards for yourself.
Yeah.
I can see back to 2018, whenever it was, around the coast path, and just be reminded of those days I did it, and you know, then you can click into and you can revisit the photos and
yeah,
just be reminded of it.
And how far was the whole thing?
1,000 kilometres, just over 600 miles. Wow. So at this point, sort of what, coming up to halfway around the whole thing. It was a stretch that I knew, really looking forward to.
And when you got here, like, you were obviously looking forward to it, but were you able to enjoy it having just run however many miles?
Yes, yeah, it was. I mean, my overwhelming memories are really positive and really enjoyable, but if I really think about it, a lot of it was really, really hard.
You just blocked out the bad stuff, basically.
Yeah, I think so. My memories just,
is that our strategy for today?
Yeah, just straight out the pain and look at the views.
Yeah. What was the worst bit?
I'm not
during your challenge.
This is just rude, because I was about to say the worst bit was one of the days I ran with Johnny, but that's not what I meant. I meant that was one of the longest days.
Right.
We ran together to a place called Bude. And I was like, that's fine, I'll have a little coffee with him and then I'll run on. I only got a couple of miles to the youth hostel and I completely messed up my distances and actually had like another 3 hours.
Oh, fuck.
And I got in.
Was it dark already and stuff?
It was dark. I was on the coast path. I knew the youth hostel closed at 10. And I was like running against time. And I made it at about 1 minute to 10. And bless the youth hostel ladies have been like, we're about to get a search party out for you.
Oh my god.
It was so sweet.
Oh, it's nice they were looking out for you at least.
Yeah, they really were. That was so nice. And then the next day I had heat stroke and exhaustion and it was sickle day.
And what day was that? Was that early on?
Well, this is just near here on the north coast, so
Oh, right.
coming up to 2/3 of the way through.
Right. I still thought quite early on in the 22 day
Exactly.
challenge,
This is
isn't it?
like day 14 or something.
Morning.
Morning.
Thanks, mate. Right. Do my bottles.
Yeah.
Shove some food in a bag.
Thank you very much.
Get on with it.
Good morning, morning.
Good morning. How are you? Right, wonderful. Queuing for the pump. Whoa, good catch.
Yeah,
I got that on camera.
Oh wow.
I saw that.
Also a footage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always get quite anxious standing still at checkpoints, especially early on. I love to top up my water, fill up a bag, and then get out of there as soon as possible. I get cold very quickly, so I wanted to avoid any issues early on in the race.
Oh, lovely.
That's good, isn't it? Ben, I'm going to hike. See you in 2 seconds. This way. Thank you.
Without meaning to go on about it, when I did the Coast Park run, I was
Every
day
time I
or
get the
two-
camera out, you can't stop on about the bloody southwest coast of the
I talk about it now.
Go on, no, I'm interested, tell me.
You know me, I just can't shout about it. I missed the classic quarter by, I think, 2 days or a day.
All right.
There was a very real chance I
Oh,
could have been
cool.
slightly different in my timing.
Were you
I
sort of
could've turned
aiming-
up and done the race?
Were you sort of aiming for it?
No, I knew the timings weren't quite right, annoyingly.
Oh, okay, all right. Any idea what this little monument is, Ben?
Nope.
That's the kind of insider information you could expect for the rest of the race.
So we're in Poldy Cove. That's all we got.
So this is the finish line for the quad relay competitors. Morning.
Morning, morning.
Hiya.
Well done. Oh, you're right.
You got me?
Twinkle. Thank you.
Thanks.
The water's on the right if you need any.
Lovely, thanks very much.
Oh, we got 2 water pumps at this one. I'm just going to grab an orange, I think.
This is Ben Meakin here reporting for Southwest Coastal News. I'm here with my co-host, Christopher Hinkin.
Well, half of it's been fake news so far with made up facts and spurious
True, and chatting about
content.
Kynance Cove. What's it, Kynance Cove? Nobody knows.
Church Cove or Ice Cream Cove, we can't decide. Look at this, this is a beach in the middle of the ocean and a lake.
And I believe this is a freshwater lake as well, so it separates the fresh from the salt. And this is on the outskirts of Porthleven. Porthleven is just over the hill in front. Just got to traverse this beach, and then we'll be into the first kind of major town of the trip.
Wow.
It's at that point, of course, that you can stop at your local pasty and pick up a pasty or a sausage roll or whatever you fancy.
Lovely.
That is the goal.
We'll fact check all that content as well, don't worry.
Here's fact checking centre. I can just start eat your heart out.
I know. They don't have stones in the desert, do they? Take that, Sahara. We are at 22k with about 2 hours 45 on the clock. And we're at the town of what, Ben?
Porthleven.
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 Porthleven. Lovely little town. A nice little port. Delightful. Feeling good at the moment. But no, we're making good progress. I think we're both a bit surprised how quick we're going. Maybe a little bit nervous about that, but enjoying it while it's here. I think we're about to go up some more hills in a minute for a change, so enjoying a bit of flat as respite. As we ran this section, sand was slowly infiltrating my shoe and starting to cause me a bit of discomfort. So I sat down and made Ben watch me empty out the sand that had found its way right into the ends of my toe socks. Anyone who has tried to put these on will understand the immense challenge that this presented me after several hours of running. At times like these, I see the huge value in gaiters. Hi, mate. Throughout the day there were about 100 moments like this where we had to pass other trail users on the single track. Most people were very polite and kind like these folks, but there were a few arguments that I saw where hikers got annoyed with people in the race who were asking if they could overtake. One lady asked how the hell we expected her to let us go past, to which the guy in front of me just said, "Stand still and I'll jump in the bushes and then go past you." I think we really ruined her day of hiking, and it did make me feel a bit bad.
Look at these big pillars. These ruined old stone buildings. So there's a lot of these car parks along the way with crews and people meeting runners. And it's funny because this race has double relay and a quadruple relay option. So there's 3 races out on the path today, which means we keep being passed by people and we keep passing other people, and you're never sure which race that person is in. And so yeah, lots of you kind of can't really. Sorry, man. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was you. Did you fall over? Took a neck in the background.
Most epic photo bomb from Ben just collapsing in the background. That's normally my job. I've forgotten what I was saying now. Hello, so we're coming up to the 30k mark and weather's still behaving. My legs are still feeling okay. I've had a bit of a late morning wobble, just feeling a bit low on energy, and yeah, just trying to get some more calories in. Hopefully that'll pick me up in a bit. Usually I get over it after lunchtime, so I hope that happens today. A little flat section here on some tarmac in the town of...
I think we might be coming up with Grey Sands.
And it's quite funny because you can actually see near the end of the race over in the distance there, which we were just saying isn't something you can usually say in most ultras, but it's quite surreal being able to see where you're ultimately going to. And we're coming to the end of this road section. Thanks. Don't miss the arrows. Back onto the trail. Whoa! Hey folks, sorry, thank you. Well done. Yeah. It was a really busy halfway point, a changeover location for the 4-team and 2-team relays, plus a bunch of solo runners like us who sat around wasting time.
Everything's in the tent, bagged up food and drink.
I used up the time by aimlessly rifling through drop bags, drinking Coke, getting cold, and generally getting in the way. I finally packed up and got the hell out of there. So what's the name of this little island here?
So that's St Michael's Mount.
St Michael's Mount.
It's in the area of Marazion, which connects to Trent.
Lovely. Here I am in the town of Marazion. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just we're having a quick toilet stop. Just come out of the halfway checkpoint and feeling much better. A shitload of calories, and coming down into the town now for I think it's about 10k of flats on the roads. Lots of speedy runners going by. This tiny little village, it's lovely. Some little old stone buildings with an excellent public toilet facility. Here we stopped for a few minutes to meet our families who had come to say hello. Ben has 2 dogs who were too excited to see him. So to save our hearing, we hugged everyone and said our goodbyes to push on. Hello, so this is probably the most, what's this, the most, yeah, this is the most uninspiring part so far. Just a few kilometres of flat parts in the wind, in the rain. Weather's turned a bit sour, but we go through Penzance in a kilometre and then up towards the hills over there, so that could be worse, could be better. Let's hope it's a bit, I don't know how that sentence ends.
But where would you rather be right now, Chris?
Oh,
Than out running in the rain in Cornwall.
I'd finish that. Let's go. A very technical section here. 53 kilometres down with 7 hours on the clock. Chasing. Oh shit! There we go. I should concentrate on running instead of talking. I'm trying to chase Ben up there. Some slightly scrambly bits here. Nothing too bad, despite me falling over. Oh, now the trail's turned into a river. It's always good. Oh, bollocks. Oh! Whoa! Oh, bad luck, mate. Is your ankle okay? Yeah, God, that was very, wasn't it? Well done, mate. Well rescued. Well, I didn't do anything to help except explain madly. It's weird, isn't it? You get sort of fixation on what not to do. Oh. Oh, you can go around that way, I think. Here you go. No, fuck it. Oh. Ben, you didn't tell me about this. I'm not going to get close to anyone because I'll take them out. I just fell over back there, Ben, on that flat part. I know. I don't. Well, 59k done in around 8.5 hours, and we're just managing to push through here. It's probably the most technical section of the whole course, and it comes right near the end. Well, we've still got 12k to go. We're not really at the end, but it's interesting running. But I'm looking forward to getting a bit closer to the finish, and I think we've got one more checkpoint, and then that's the last push to the end. I'm trying to get this done quickly because I don't want to be out here into the evening, and I think it's due to rain, so I'd rather miss that. Gorgeous race though, and legs holding up better than expected. There are lots of runnable bits on this section. It's not all up and down as I've feared. There's plenty of up and down, but yeah, you just walk that and then get on with the running bits, of which there are quite a lot. So yeah, very enjoyable so far. I mean, immensely sore, blisters all over my feet, legs are really hurting, but you know, it's just, I think they've gone numb, so just ignore it and yeah, just try and crack on. Feel sorry for a lot of these hikers having to deal with this race today. Oh, 9 hours 15 on the clock and 64 odd kilometers. Final checkpoint. Oh, do a quick way. Just less than 8k to go. So we are at what I think might be the bottom of the final climb. Let's hope that it is. Got about 3k to go with 10.5 hours on the clock, I think, approximately. 69k done. One last big push, and I think it's flat across the top. Ben, how have we done today?
I think we've done pretty damn good.
Coming towards the finish now. About, 10.5 hours on the clock, is it?
10.5 hours.
Nice. Well, that's gone better than expected. It was a tough day. It's some good weather, fast weather, wasn't it?
It was really nice weather, yeah. The little bit of rain wasn't cold.
Yeah.
We could have done a lot worse.
Yeah. And here we are. This last little stretch here. What do we go right down here? And then up towards that white building over there. In the end, we both had a fairly successful day, with a finish time of 10 hours and 34 minutes. Ben is a much faster runner than me, so I'm sure he could have run a fair bit quicker. 10 years ago he ran it over an hour faster in 9 hours and 22 minutes. However, I was running at nearly full capacity. Only 3 weeks ago I ran a long race in the Azores, so I was a bit shocked to have run so well here in Cornwall, while not really experiencing much in the way of tiredness from that previous race. I had even outlasted my GoPro batteries, so I had to film this last bit on my phone, which is why it looks so wobbly. I did feel a bit wobbly myself too, so fair enough. As for the race, it's the excellent organisation that makes Endurancelife races so good. You can really tell they've been putting on these events for absolutely ages, and everything runs like clockwork. You can also tell they're put on by runners, and that they really care about the experience of those who take part. Any race along the southwest coastal path will be a bit limited by the narrow trail. With hundreds of runners on the course, plus lots of hikers, I felt we were getting in each other's way a little bit. But the scenery really made it worth it, and I really look forward to seeing more of the coast path that we didn't see during the race. I mean, it's 630 miles long, so there's a fair bit more to see. Thank you very much for joining us on our run, and for staying right until the very end. You must be an ultra runner to have got this far, or you've run out of stuff to do. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying your running, walking, or whatever you like to do, and I'll chat to you next time.